Okay, and we're back. So, I've made a decision. I made up my mind. Do not try to change it. I am going to catch up on the 1,000 episodes of One Piece before the Netflix show comes up. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it. There's no way. But I am going to start watching One Piece, mainly because I want to be able to criticize the next Netflix show properly. So, let's get started. The journey of 1,000 episodes begins today. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Alright, so Eric, what's up? What's up? What do you think? What do you think?
On the cruise, we are.
Alright, I gotta tell you something. I just started One Piece, and before we even, we're gonna talk a lot about One Piece. Maybe not a lot, but how do you think I came up with this? What do you think pushed me over the edge? By the way, David Martinez, let's go. Thanks for joining us. Ollie88, hi, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. One Piece is awesome. What I've watched so far. Mob Nasty, thanks for joining us. Before we even get into that, let me just remind you, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all this stuff. I finally put in a stupid animation thing for when people subscribe that something will pop up. Somebody test it because I'm not sure if it works. I think I made it right, and I think I did an okay job. I'm still not in love with it, but we'll see how that goes. No, well, I really want to happen in this particular podcast because I want you to see it. Let me see. David Martinez, there's a viral clip of a girl that does the math on how long it would take to watch all of One Piece if you devoted all your time to watch it. Listen, I know it's going to be a lot. And right now, what I'm thinking is my girlfriend, she just got an exercise bike. And so when I'm sitting on the bike, I'm watching One Piece. So it's like 2 episodes, 1 episode, something. But the point is, while I'm sitting there, I'm going to watch it. So it's like a journey, you know? I want to do a freaking Iron Man. And so to train for the Iron Man, you know, it's a really long marathon. And what's comparable to a really long marathon? Obviously watching a really long anime. It's the exact same thing. The exact same thing. So how many hours am I going to train? That how long is freaking One Piece? That's how long I'm going to train. At least on the bike part, you know, the swimming and the running part. We'll see how that goes. But yeah.
You could have you heard of One Pace?
What?
One Pace.
Dude, I love the internet sometimes. What the fuck is One Pace? What is it?
One Pace is a website where someone has edited down One Piece to remove all filler and all of like the scenes that are way too drawn out. You know, like in the original Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, like the Western thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like an entire episode of Frieza and Goku just looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it removes that, and apparently it claims to save 137 hours.
God damn. I should do that as a GIF. Ah, man, I'm gonna switch it as a GIF because it does have audio. We just can't hear it. It should appear on the pop-up there. But there you go. Let me see. Well, it should pop up here. I heard a one-shot kid running from the Jersey Shore. Lol. There you go. So thank you for doing that. I'm gonna switch it. You see, I'm torn. Should I switch it as a GIF? But if I just switch it as a GIF, it won't have audio. I'm torn. I'll think about it.
I haven't heard the audio. So
the audio is just you remember the Dave Chappelle, you know, slap.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that, and just it's first off you going like go slap, yeah, and me just laughing. So that's pretty much what it is. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that.
Was it the first or the second slap?
It was the second slap. Why? It wasn't the better slap. Let me just tell you that right now. But it's the one where we actually took everything off screen. So you know sometimes we have images here on screen. That's the one clean one that we have. So that's the one that I used. There you go. It wasn't the best, but it's still
the first one was a better slap.
But still, it was fun. It was enjoyable. But anyway, let's talk a little anime. By the way, before we even get into the anime, as of right now, the plan is to do Underrated Gems tomorrow at 11 a.m. If it doesn't happen, well, it doesn't happen. My day just keeps getting busier and busier, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. I do want to do it because every single time I say I miss the schedule, then it snowballs and it all gets out of whack. So I do want to do it. But if it's not on by tomorrow at 11 a.m., well, it's not going to happen, pretty much, because my day got too busy. I have like 100 things I need to get ready today for tomorrow for my trip. So there you go, in case you were wondering.
What's the underrated gem this week?
Wind River. Wind River. It's a mystery thriller. Basically, I think it's in Montana. A girl gets killed in an Indian reservation, and so they send an FBI agent in the middle of nowhere, and she's being helped by a ranger there. It's played by Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, so Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch. The movie's phenomenal. I highly recommend it. It'll make you kind of want to go out there, go into the wild, and also at the same time, totally not. But it's a great movie. I highly recommend it. It's a phenomenal
like
watch.
The movie Into the Wild?
No, Into the Wild's very different. It's totally different kind of vibe.
Into the Wild was very inspiring until the last third.
But true. But it's one of those things where, I mean, just you're looking at the things that the main character does, and you're like, that just looks cool. He looks cool. I want to be even a quarter of as cool as that guy is. And so there you go. SDW Fantasy Football. Okay, listen. I have too many fantasy football leagues, and I don't know shit about fuck. So that's a problem. We will be doing our regular bet, right?
I know, okay. Honestly, on fantasy football, I know pretty okay.
By the way, can you put your mic up a little bit, just a little bit?
Up?
No, like higher, like the level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
How's that?
Yeah, hopefully that's fine. It looks similar to my levels, so. Talk? And no, it sounds horrible. Bring it back. I'll fix the levels later. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so that's the one for this week. Hopefully,
you want to be as cool as Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, definitely. Like the movie's phenomenal. I highly recommend it. But right now we're talking anime, so let's start with Otaku Tuesday. Where the hell do I have the open? Where is it? There you go.
NANI?
Otaku Tuesday.
There you go. I missed that.
I just realized we don't have music.
We don't, dude. I've been having so many issues with copyright lately. It's a pain. Like yesterday, I played a clip from a video from Twitter, and supposedly those you don't really have that many issues, but they took down my stupid video, and so now I had to reload it. It's really annoying. Honestly, it's really annoying stuff. I hate it. Also, apparently some people got upset over the title of the video. I don't care.
What was it?
I can just read it to you, I guess. So
All
that
right.
there's no fake news, just so you know. The Witcher season 3 sucks because Americans are too stupid.
I did see that, yeah.
It's not what I think. It's what the producer said. But when I put, the producer claims, it's just too long. This way, it's funnier. Because people get in there like, what the fuck? This guy. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe. Well, fuck that guy. And fuck this guy, too. I don't know. Whatever. It's fun.
I only knew the season 3 sucked because a buddy told me. So, save me some time.
There you go. But anyway, right now, we're talking anime. So, let's get started. First off, bad news. No Psalm 100 episode. Nothing new.
I was disappointed tremendously by this.
Yes.
I kept refreshing my feed for a couple of days.
When is it happening? What's going on?
When's my 24 minutes of happiness coming?
It didn't. It just left you hanging. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I decided to watch One Piece. It's like
One Piece is fairly happy, uplifting.
There you go. I was looking for something wild, something fun, and so sucks. No new episode.
Also, I figured out Jujutsu Kaisen.
Before we get into Jujutsu Kaisen, Masamune-kun's Revenge. Again, fuck you. Now I'm dreading it. Because I'm like, they're gonna kill off the main character. They're gonna kill off the main character. They're giving him a disease. It's like some skin thing, and I'm like, holy, this man's dead. They're killing him off. I can't enjoy the fucking show anymore. Jesus Christ. So
honestly, at this point, I'm kind of curious as to whether you're not even gonna mind.
Because what's in my mind, like the monster in my head,
it's like impossible.
Ill Will, what up? Thanks for joining us, David Martinez. Did you watch the Psalm 100 live-action Netflix movie? I have not yet.
I've only seen the trailer. It looks interesting, although the guy looks a little cringe.
Yeah, that's the problem. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a watch. Who knows? I kind of just I don't want one to spoil the other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm worried that what's in the movie is gonna spoil the anime. So I'd rather finish the anime and then watch the movie. That's my biggest concern. So
Sure.
fuck you again for.
Although I will say that the live action adaptations in Japan tend to be better.
All right. Okay.
I still say the best way to watch Death Note is the Japanese live action movies.
All right. Listen, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot after Psalm 100's done, if it's ever even done. Who knows? And so you figured out Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm very interested in this. In fact, I'll give you the whole screen. Here you go. Explain it.
Okay.
Explain
Well-
Jujutsu Kaisen. First off, I'm impressed that your room is clean. I'm very impressed. This doesn't
Thank you.
happen.
I move stuff around, and all the trash is right there, off camera.
Like a professional.
Yeah. So I didn't figure out the story. I only figured out how the release date is gonna work.
Okay.
So
All right.
we are
Then it's not as impressive. I'm getting you off screen. So
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
what did you figure out? I thought like, man, this man he's gonna
cracked the
enlighten
code.
us.
I cracked the code. Let me tell you
He
how
figured it
Limitless
out.
works.
I'm gonna pay attention. But
I'm
now.
gonna shoot a hollow purple at you. Boom. Just like that.
So what'd you figure out?
Basically, we're done with the flashbacks. And now what they're gonna do is, I don't know if they're gonna skip this week, or what they're planning on doing is for the next 2 weeks, they're gonna do a recap episode with Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Mm-hmm. Ill Will
Then they're
says you
gonna
look
do
a lot more comfortable than I do, by the way.
Who?
Ill Will.
That I look more comfortable?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'm
Listen,
I'm sure I'm more comfortable right now.
Listen,
than
I
you.
just wanted to throw a curveball at you, but continue.
All right, threw me for a loop. Not gonna lie.
No, I read it. I was like, yes, this is gonna be good.
All right.
Let's see how he reacts.
So yeah, basically they're gonna.
By the way, that's the point of
movie.
having a chat. You know, just to throw you off half the time.
I guess so. And then, yeah, they're just gonna do recap episodes for the movie and season 1, and then they're gonna I don't know,
Continue.
then they take a week off, and then they continue with a new arc. In
Okay.
the present time.
So in this season, there will be something happening in the present time.
Yes, I believe it'll be a continuation.
Okay, because the
But
way that
we're
the
back
last
in present
episode
time.
ended, I'm like, oh, good. Is this it? Are we finally moving forward with the story? Let's
The way
hope
that
so.
the season ended made me think, oh man, I would have really liked it if they released Jujutsu Kaisen 0 after.
Exactly. The whole thing is a mess. It doesn't make any sense. But
It's like, wow, this is a great creation and build up to a villain.
yeah,
Nice.
I know.
And then it's like, well, that doesn't go that far.
I know. Let's see. Gus Becerra, I have a feeling Eric isn't wearing any pantalones. You like popcorn? Money? I don't know what that is. It's an emoji. And Ill Will Dario looks like
noodles.
he's noodles. Who doesn't love noodles? And Dario looks like he's dying in that heat. Yes, I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Gus, I am not wearing any pantalones. Thank you.
There you go. See, Gus gets you. He understands. He knows the look of a man without pantalones. Anyway,
I'm smiling too much.
yeah. You're too free. Free. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So, the animation part, really cool. The characters, really fun. Pacing, kind of a mess.
Pacing is an absolute mess.
Yeah.
This last episode, the character arc for Gato should have been like at least 3 more episodes or something.
Way longer. I don't know what. They just wanted to rush it in. It felt really weird.
Look, it's bad when genocide comes out of nowhere. Okay, maybe that'll be my hot take.
And
but
when
I
they
need a little build up to my genocide.
and when they don't even show it on screen, you know, it's just one of those
Yeah.
things, Kenny. But I'm hoping that they're finally looks like they're gonna go back to the present. They get their act together, and the show gets fun again. Because right now it's been interesting to watch. It's been impressive. As an animator, I'd say you've done impressive work. It looks really cool. As a writer, sure, some conversations are fun. I particularly enjoyed the Digimon reference and stuff like that. You've written fun characters, but now how about if we get back to the story? Because right now I'm just confused. In fact, I don't even remember what the main characters were doing. Like, I know that the dude ate a few fingers of a demon, and then they were moving, and the demon wants to finger the other guy, but...
Well, luckily there is a recap episode that's going to help us out with remembering.
Hopefully, because Jesus Christ, right now I'm very confused. I don't think that the prequel or all that flashback really added anything to the other story that I've noticed so far.
I'm hoping that it adds something to the story they're about to tell.
You know what it feels like? Has anybody ever started telling you a story? Let's say, for example, I'm telling you the story of Game of Thrones, and we're about to reach, I don't know, the Red Wedding. And then all of a sudden I tell you, wait, I need to tell you about this guy, Tywin Lannister, before we move forward. And so they just go back a lot, and they just start telling you all this stuff about Tywin Lannister, which is interesting stuff, but they have to rush it, and now you're really confused. And by the time you reach the Red Wedding, you're like, oh, okay, but what? So the thing is, we need to reach a point where everything that they showed us, that they just crammed in there, is relevant. Because otherwise, it was just a waste of time, and it just made me confused, and it made me like this. It made me like the series less.
I think that story is exactly what was Last of Us 2, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
It's like, okay, we're gonna progress until this certain point, and wait, go back, different character, get back to that same point.
Listen, first off, nothing is as bad as Last of Us 2, because at least here they said stop, and they showed us something new. Last of Us was stop. Let's do the same thing over and over again. It was really annoying. Keep your hands where we can see them, Eric. Lol. Have you ever heard a Bert Kreischer podcast? He does the exact same thing all the time.
Bert what?
Bert Kreischer, the machine. I met Bert Kreischer. He went to the station a few times. He's a really nice dude. Really funny. Kind of a dummy, but that makes him really funny. The machine. Does the exact same thing all the time. What? Be without pants, I assume? I don't know. I'm confused.
I can relate.
All right. Anyway, so point is, okay. Right now at this point, it's a show that I watch just to watch. I haven't really been excited. Hopefully, if it's only 2 recap episodes, if you're correct, it's only 2 recaps, then I'll get a little bit excited. But not finished stories. There you go. Okay, that's what he meant about Bert Kreischer. We'll see.
Gotcha.
Next, we're moving on to One Piece. All right. So the reason why I started watching One Piece.
This will be a short conversation.
Well, I've only watched like 6 episodes. All right. So hold your horses.
That's fine. I've only watched like 600.
Say that. Well, there you go. We're equals basically. So it's if you add all the numbers, it's the same. So also Van Wilder, Ryan Reynolds was based off Bert. Really? Van Wilder was based off of Bert Kreischer. Really? Okay, listen, I'm gonna have to double check that stuff, because I don't, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Don't fact check the viewers.
Whatever, doesn't matter. But One Piece. So I decided
Don't leave it blindly.
Sure, I decided to watch it
around.
because I have a pirate themed costume party in Halloween. And so I was like,
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
maybe I want to do like a different type of pirate, something different, something cool. And, One Piece is kind of cool, or I heard. And I watched a couple episodes before. In fact, I remember the first episode that I watched was the one where he got the hat. I think that's the first one they aired, at least on Fox when I was little. And so I was like, all right, I'll watch.
I believe.
I'll watch One Piece and I'll dress up as one of the pirates. But as the show gets closer and everything, I'm like, dude, it's 1,000 episodes, and I know myself. If I start, I will want to continue. So I was nervous, but I at the end decided, you know what? I can't be a poser. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And so I'm gonna start watching One Piece. Also, the Netflix show's coming out. I want to be able to judge it properly, with a certain degree of education in my critique. So there you go. That's the reason.
And how you liking it?
All right, 7 episodes in. Luffy is an idiot. All right, he's retarded, and they show that from the beginning. But he has. I get what you mean, that he has something that's admirable. And right now we're at the point of the story where it's only Luffy, Zoro, and Nami, and they're fighting the clown guy.
Mm-hmm.
I get why they kind of hate each other, or why they want to portray them as three characters that hate each other. Because Zoro is a pirate hunter, and Nami is a pirate thief. And by that, I don't mean a pirate who steals, which would be redundant. I mean a thief who specializes in pirates because she hates them. So, I get why they want to do the dynamic in the live action one of these three characters that don't get along, but it's pretty clear that they all get in line very quickly once they realized that Luffy is kind of a monster. All right, and I don't mean personality-wise, I mean power-wise. They're like, all right, I mean, this guy, he's a total idiot, but he's also a freaking tank, and
He's busted as fuck.
yeah, but he seems to be a nice guy. So I'll follow him. I have to follow a pirate. I'll follow him. Let's see where this adventure goes, because at least he has a personality that you want to follow, and also the dude's cold as ice. Like, I remember the little pink-haired loser dude who's like, I want to be a Marine. And
Yeah, Kobe.
Yeah, but they won't accept him because well, it looks like they won't accept him because he hung out with pirates, and so Luffy just beats him up in front of the Marines. They're like, oh, clearly they're not friends. He's beating him up. So it's one of those, all right, listen, creative solutions. So he's a man of pure focus.
He's the definition of chaotic good, I
Sure.
would say.
Yes, chaotic good. So I'm
Also, that little wimpy kid, Kobe, don't forget about him.
listen.
The writer won't, and part of what makes One Piece so rewarding to watch, especially for a long time, it's characters keep coming back. They stay relevant. Sometimes you might think like, oh, that was just like, like a throwaway arc, and it was like, all right, that didn't accomplish much. But then, 300 chapters later, it's like, oh, okay, that's how they explain that, and those characters are relevant now because of this and this. It just, the world building never stops.
Mhm.
It's so dense.
All right, let's
Some
see.
might say thick.
Sinville, my brother in Christ, the memes about One Piece are true. It gets better after several hundred episodes, lol. Been watching the series since it first aired on Toonami. Several. All right. Listen, again, 7 episodes in. I've enjoyed it so far. The animation, it looks old or whatever. I don't mind it. It's the characters. The characters seem fun. That's the most important thing. It seems fun. It seems like something that it's worth, committing to, right?
Yeah, it's a crew that you want to follow their adventures.
Exactly. And so far, here's the adventure so far, up to episode 7. Luffy wants to become the Pirate King, right? And because there's some massive treasure, what's the name? Goldie Lock? No, what's his name?
Goldie Roger.
Goldie Roger. He's the greatest pirate ever, and he left his treasure somewhere, and he's like, if whoever finds it becomes the king of the pirates, and Luffy's like, I want to become the king of the pirates. Simple stuff,
By
right?
the way, that is still the plot of the series.
All right. Simple stuff. Simple, straightforward. The
1,000
objective is
chapters
clear.
in, that is still the plot.
All right. The objective is clear for this man. And so, the series begins with Luffy trying to set up his crew, because you can't be a pirate captain without a crew. And that's where we are. He's encountering...
And you say the guy's dumb.
There's some things that make Luffy special specifically. Basically, he ate a magic fruit, but there's consequences to that magic fruit, which I really enjoy. And he's encountering other pirates that he wants to set up his crew. That's where the story is up to episode 7. It's a lot of fun, just those 7 episodes, because again, Luffy is a total dumbass. Like, he lets Nami take him prisoner because he thinks that they're doing something that's gonna get her in her crew. Like, he thinks that he's making friends when he's being tied up and put in a freaking jail cell. He's like, all right, I'm making friends. This is cool. This is fun. It's like, what? You're an idiot. But I want to see where this goes.
Moron.
Because here's the fun part. Luffy could have escaped that thing super easily at any time, right? It's just rope. He's a rubber man. He could just escape it. But he was there. And so I'm just waiting this entire time. Like, what's going to happen when Luffy just gets out because he can get out? Like freaking Zoro carrying like a brick jail cell, like a cage that he's on, when Luffy's made out of rubber. He could have just gotten out of there super easily. So I'm just
Well, it's a bit like the One Punch Man joke, you know?
yeah, but I'm
Where
just
it's like,
sitting there.
You know how this can't go the way they're telling us.
Exactly. So I'm just sitting there the entire time, just waiting. How's he gonna do it? How's he gonna do it? Because this is gonna be really stupid. I'm gonna love it. So, and it's something super simple, right? Super simple. I'm just waiting for it. So, it's the little things that make something great. And One Piece, I think, in the grand scale, the story seems really good. Even just the world building that they've done in 7 episodes is really good. And then the details are solid. Really, there's a story about a dog protecting a dog food store. That's you're just like, that poor puppy. Ochi, I think that was his name. That you really, it makes you, I don't expect you to remember a freaking dog.
No.
I don't. But the point is, it's got heart. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully, I'll finish it before I turn 40, but we'll see. You never know.
Listen, think about it. The guy started writing it in his early 20s. He's now in his 98, early 40s, late 40s.
I don't know. You know the guy. I don't know.
Well, I've never met the guy, I'll admit.
Yeah, I've only
But
seen
late
his
40s
toilet.
Probably.
What?
Late 40s. So
Sure.
it's like, it took him a while to get where we are now. The story has evolved as he has grown up as well, and it's interesting to see a man's life, you know, sort of through his art.
All right. You mean like
You know what I mean?
like in Evangelion when the man's life kind of collapses in the middle of the show?
Yeah.
Except it's longer. You know, it's for a bigger period of time.
Dude, the guy ended up marrying, I think he ended up marrying a chick who looked exactly like Nami.
Okay. So I have a very important question for you. Because I want to keep a lookout for this. Who do you think would be the best character for me to, dress up as for Halloween?
From the crew?
From anybody on the show. Like, off the top of my head, I want to say Shanks. Just because it looks super easy. But, I don't know. All I gotta do is not shave,
problem.
paint my hair, color my hair. What?
Not have an arm?
Before. I just get a straw hat. So it's before losing the arm.
Oh, so before you're cool? Before
Sure.
the scars?
Yeah. When he gets
All right.
spit on by freaking bandits and stuff.
Yeah. Like, Luffy is technically easy.
Oh, I have to
it's-
lose like
it's-
200 pounds. Are you kidding me?
And be ripped as fuck, yeah.
No. At the start, he's like a really skinny dude. Like I'd have to lose like a lot of weight.
That's how
Listen,
he
maybe the
draws
bike
them,
will do
it's
it, but
one
I don't know.
Yeah, it's how he draws them, but it's definitely one of those things that he's like canonically like ripped as fuck.
All right. Like
I
I can see this dude looks super easy because he's just a guy in a suit. But I'm like, does
Yeah,
that
it would be either Zoro or Sanji, one of the two.
really? Because this guy doesn't scream pirate.
Does the giant robot on the left do?
Yes.
All right.
More than this guy, sure.
Well, he's a cook.
The robot?
No, the guy.
Well, I haven't seen him yet. Why is he a cook wearing a suit? This show makes no
Well-
sense. I'm gonna stop. That's too crazy. That's too
Well,
wild.
when you're cooking bacon, you don't want it to fall on your skin, so you wear a suit.
You know what? Fair enough.
Come on, man.
Fine. You know what? I'm the idiot. The point is, so one of these two, the cook or Zoro. But isn't Zoro like a jobber? Like I'm only 2 episodes
No.
in, and dude looks like just a jobber. Like he looks like
No,
Vegeta. He just keeps losing. So
No. There's a legit argument that people try to make that Zoro is at least as powerful as Luffy.
okay.
It's an argument they keep trying to make today. Now, nowadays, I don't think that argument holds water, knowing how strong Luffy has become. But yeah, specifically after the time skip, a lot of people were like, because we hadn't seen Zoro in an all-out fight since the time skip, so we're like, maybe he grew stronger than Luffy.
How
So-
dare you call Antonio Banderas a jobber? Listen, I'm just basing it off of what I've seen. Because it looks like Zoro's about to do something really cool, and then all of a sudden he gets stabbed in the back by a clown. So it's like,
No, if there's a jobber, it's gonna be it's another character.
all right, okay, don't tell me. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, but fine. Right? Listen,
You'll notice.
listen. I'm happy that wasn't the case. But all right, so either Zoro or Cook guy, not Shanks, because apparently I need to lose an arm in order to be the cool one.
Yeah, think of Zoro more like a Sasuke in the sense of there's a good argument to be made that he's as strong as the other guy.
So Vegeta, just not a jobber Vegeta.
There's no, yeah, Vegeta is like the epitome of jobbers.
Okay, 4.
He's jobber man.
Fine, fair enough. So we're also going to talk about.
Is Vegeta the best jobber or is it Genos from One Punch Man?
No, 100% Genos.
Because that's his role, right?
That's his joke.
1000%.
That's his joke, and you're excited to see him do better. But then he's still a jobber. That's his role. Vegeta at least kind of looks like he wants to have his own story. Also, he won because he has the hottest chick, and he's a millionaire. He married an heiress. But
best life for sure.
So he may be losing the fights, but he's winning in life. So there you go. Anyway, is there anything you want to tease me about One Piece that I should get ready for? That I should be excited about before we move on to the next show?
Well, so the first few arcs is going to be getting to know the first 5 members of the crew.
Okay.
So nothing like too crazy going on there, but I think once you get to the Arlong Park arc, I think that's gonna that's hard to say. Arlong Park arc.
Okay.
Park arc. That's when, yeah, the park arc. That's when it sort of starts coming together. At least the first part of One Piece.
Okay.
Keep in mind they got to get to the Grand Line.
Okay.
And that's technically when it starts.
What?
But
Jesus
of this
Christ.
like this initial saga. You know how like Dragon Ball Z, it's by sagas.
Yes.
So this is like the Saiyan saga.
Mm-hmm.
So right now you're in the Raditz and all that, and Nappa is gonna show up and Vegeta. So we haven't gotten to the point where Nappa and Vegeta show up. You're still by the Raditz.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated every week. I'll let you know, like, oh, now I'm up to this. Or like, can you believe this happened? So there you go. If you want to join me in the journey of 1,000 episodes, just come right here. We'll talk
I
about it.
I recommend the website onepace.net.
No, I'm going to do it the right
if
way.
You're curious.
Yeah, I'm not a loser. Finally, I watched Btooom this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to watch any. I'm going to save something else that I watched, because I don't think I'm going to watch anything this weekend, because again, I'm going to be in the middle of fucking nowhere fishing. But Btooom, basically, for those of you who've never seen it, imagine if the Hunger Games and Squid Game had a baby, and that baby produced bombs. Just buttload of bombs. So yeah, I think that's a fair description. The Hunger Games meets Squid Game with bombs. It's fun. Sinville, Mr. Eric, favorite character from One Piece?
Favorite character from One Piece? Oh my gosh.
I bet it's Shanks, and that's why you don't want me to dress up as him.
No, it's not Shanks. Although he is a badass. Let me get back to you on that one. I want to think about that.
All right, think about it. So, Btooom.
It's a big list.
All right. Basically, dude wakes up in the middle. Dude's a gamer. Plays a game called Btooom where you shoot people you kill other teams online with bombs. Dude wakes up on an island, tropical island, and he's got a pack with bombs, and there's people with bombs trying to kill him, and he has to kill them too. That's pretty much it. That's fair, right? Is that a fair description?
Yeah, he's an elite gamer, which makes him good at the real
running
thing. Sure,
apparently, yeah. The show's interesting. Like I said, it's a battle royale elimination thing. They have to collect like 7 chips in order to escape, so it's different than the other ones. It's not just one winner take all. There could be multiple winners. So teaming up is possible. I have issues with the show. It's fun. It's such a fun premise. I think that they missed on a lot of stuff. Mainly the thing that bugs me is freaking plot armor for the main character. Like the first episode, the dude has like 7 bombs blow up right next to him and he's fine. But it's like, I mean, they wanted to make it more dramatic. Also, it bugs me when a character kills somebody in the first episode, and the second episode's like, I can't kill people. Like, you already did. Yeah, in for an inch, in for a mile.
Buddy.
Yeah, in for an inch. Whatever. Dario has issues with the show. What? Yes. Well, it has so much potential. And listen, off of the 3 that I just mentioned, What?
Did you say Btooom has a lot of potential?
The show has a lot of potential. Yeah, the story, the premise.
Does it?
It has the premise is a lot of
Like,
fun.
does it? It's fun. Does it really have a lot of potential to be anything better than generic trash?
Yes. Listen, battle royales are always fun, right? It's like a tournament thing. They're always fun, and so I feel like they have a lot of potential. If you don't do it the right way. Here,
so when I my problem with battle royales is if there's a main character, congratulations, that's the winner. So all that tension is gone, right?
kind of, yeah.
So the first time that I watched anything from the Fate franchise was Fate Zero,
Mm-hmm.
which was the wrong entry point technically, but
In spite of the name, they tricked you.
well, it was the prequel. but it's
Bamboozled!
technically, you want to watch the original before you watch the prequel, right?
I watched Zero too.
And I think, honestly, I don't regret it because if you just watch Fate Zero without knowing anything, they introduce a lot of main characters in the first episode. And it's like, oh, I think I know who's going to win. Maybe. But there is a lot more doubt in that one as to who's going to be the winner.
By the way,
Because everyone's presented as a main character.
gotcha. By the way, Ollie88 says, "Is your niece named Olivia?" So be careful with the F-bombs.
Yeah.
Just, be careful there. Anyway, I see your point. And again, that's one of the flaws of this particular show, because there was a bunch of characters that could have been the main character. It didn't necessarily need to be this guy, but it did get me thinking. Like which one is the best out of the three? So you got the Hunger Games, you got Squid Games, and you got Btooom. Did you watch all three?
I did not watch Squid Game. I watched The Hunger Games,
Dude,
and I watched Btooom.
You should watch Squid Game, because Squid Game, I think it's the best out of the three. It's very
You
different.
should watch Battle Royale, which is the original Battle Royale.
Maybe, but I'm talking about these three.
All right.
We don't go into the original, because the original is always going to be better because it's the original.
And honestly, it's actually the most similar to Btooom.
Yeah.
Because it's actually like on an island, kids in a survival game.
Well, Squid Game is also in an island.
Well, I didn't watch it, so.
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, it's kind of if they had a baby, because Btooom takes place on a private island. So does Squid Game. The Hunger Games, you're kind of forced to go there. You're kidnapped in a way. I mean, you volunteer, but you
Volunteers
can.
tribute.
But you're kind of forced at gunpoint, right? In Btooom, they're kind of forced at gunpoint to do it, and you're running around trying to survive. In Squid Game, not so much. You're in a building. However, in the Hunger Games, you are. So again, it's kind of like they had a baby, or more like they both grabbed it, because Batoom's way older, right? It's from what, the 90s, 2000s?
No, it's 2010s.
Really? Oh, so it's far more modern than I thought.
Yeah, I think it was coming out when I was in high school.
But there was one thing that really upset me from this show. Really upset me.
2012.
All right, 2012. My mistake. Maybe the Hunger Games is older, but it really bugged me. And it sucks because it's something that I loved. It's the Komodo dragons. These fuckers were blowing up Komodo dragons left and right. That's an endangered species. It bugged me. It upset me. Second, Komodo dragons. If you get bitten by one of those things, you're dead. You're dead. So the fact that they were like, we gave this guy medical treatment, he'll be fine. I was like, just read 5 minutes. 5 minutes of research, you could have found out that, oh yeah, there's really no cure for a freaking Komodo dragon poison. It's actually a horrible, painful death, because they bite you once and they follow you around until you're dead, and they start eating you once you're dead. So imagine progressively starting to feel worse and worse and worse every single step you take, and there's this giant lizard just following you around, waiting for you to fully die. Again, an excruciatingly painful death, slow and painful death, so it can eat you. So I thought at first, oh, they're gonna do something with that. And then they didn't. And so it was really disappointing. Again, things that bug me that shouldn't really bug me. But it's one of those things that why am I this way? I don't know. But I can't let those things go. Because it just requires like 5 minutes of research.
Okay, so the main character surviving all those grenades in the first episode, not that bad. The Komodo dragon, can't suspend my disbelief here.
No, I can't. It's ridiculous. Komodo dragons are real. Those bomb thingies aren't. So, there you go. Check fucking... Oh, damn it. Check mate.
Ironic. Also, back to the other question real quick. I would say outside of the main crew, my favorite character is probably Law. Trafalgar Law.
All right.
Because he's got a cool power.
Okay. Fair enough. So, point is, Btooom is fun. Again, if you suspend disbelief and all that stuff, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's really silly. It's really dumb. It's really ridiculous. The chick is really annoying. And I mean really annoying, but I get it. Because she was kind of, traumatized. And so it makes it understandable. But
you didn't like the ugly fat bastard arc?
No, that was really, that was rough. But so again, I get it. But it's just one of those things, to me, personally. I'm the type of person who will slap you to just snap out of it. If we're in a life or death situation. All right? It's like, if you're being like, stop it, snap out of it. Or if the dude, I can't kill people, stop it. This is life or death. All right? And so it annoys me when they're allowed to be as ridiculous as they want to be. It annoys me. But then again, it's just because it bugs me. Because I'm like, that's not realistic. Like, this dude should be dead. Like, he should be dead.
Yeah, sometimes people survive being lucky. You know?
Fair enough. I guess. All right, let's say you're dumped on an island. They tell you only only one person walks out alive. Here's some bombs. What's your first things that you do?
Clearly befriend the Komodo dragons.
Listen, I would
Step
try to
number
make one a pet, all right? I would totally make one a pet. Definitely. At least one. And her name would be Lucy. Don't ask me why.
Fair enough.
It just came off off the top of my head. It felt right. Lucy. There you
Even
go.
if it's a dude?
Lucius.
Okay.
Aha! Didn't see that one coming.
I didn't expect Draco Malfoy's father.
Nobody does.
Speaking of Draco Malfoy and Harry Potter and a shitty anime, I watched a shitty anime this week.
Okay.
How's that for a segue?
All right. What, do you want me to... Listen. Okay. Do you want me to pull up an image or something?
Sure. It's called Reign of the Seven Spellblades. And
All
I know
right.
what you're thinking. That sounds really cool.
It sounds really cool.
And you look at the poster and you're like, oh, that looks really cool.
Where did you see it?
Honestly, I was just looking at like the main page of an anime site and I was like, that's coming out right now. It's got a cool cover.
That one?
Yeah. It's got a cool name. It's got a cool cover.
Sure.
So I pulled the good old 3-episode rule.
All he says that Lucy is the name of her dog back in Georgia.
Oh.
It's also the name of the girl in the sky with diamonds. So, there you go.
Yeah. Also a short for
Lucifer.
Satan. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, Reign of the Seven Spellblades is basically about a magic school, and these guys who show up as students.
I gotta tell you, I immediately hate it. Because I count 6 people here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, yeah.
This is clearly garbage. They can't even count. They can't even put the right amount of people on the poster. Are you kidding me?
Advertising.
No, all right. Tell me, what is it?
Basically, it's a magic school, but they teach them how to do like spellblade magic kind of thing.
Harry Potter with swords?
Harry Potter with swords, and I was like, "Yo,
that sounds cool."
Fuck with this, you know?
Yeah, I'm down.
Honestly, one of the main things that annoys me about mages is when they're just sitting there with a wand, pointing at stuff. I'm like, "You're such a nerd." I don't like you. Move around a little, live a little.
Yeah, that's the fun part about have you seen Konosuba, the prequel, the explosion, blah blah, where you go with Megumin and you see the school. Like rule number 1 is you have to look cool. All right, that's the first thing you need to do as a mage. You need to look cool. And so
you do, otherwise you're just a fucking nerd.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
So I was like, oh,
you already
these guys
dressed
got
like a nerd.
swords. Yeah, these guys got swords. I like swords.
They're pretty
So I
cool.
was like, maybe they're gonna do some cool stuff with the swords and the magic.
It sounds
And
like it's set up for it.
well, it's kind of one of those shows that is a little bit up its own ass with. Oh, I'm sorry, a little bit up its own butt. Is that nicer? Is that nicer censored?
Okay.
With it's really trying a lot. First off, it's way too on the nose with the Harry Potter stuff. I've already been like, all right, that's Malfoy, that's Snape right there. Hello, Dumbledore, you got nice breasts.
Okay.
That sort of stuff.
Well, Chuck Dominguez, thanks for joining us. Gus Becerra wants to know if we played the Hogwarts video game. I have not.
I have not.
Continue. And I'll tell you why. Because apparently every decision you make doesn't matter. And so that bugged me. But continue.
I just thought the gameplay looked a little lame, but
I'm not into wizards. Or in video games, I don't like magic casters. They bug me.
I think I still am waiting for them to make like a shooter for Harry Potter. I think that would work.
What?
Like a shooter.
Like guns?
No, you play, but you aim like it's a third-person shooter.
All right.
But you use spells instead.
Okay. Listen, it's an idea.
I don't know how else to make magic, like the Harry Potter style magic, interesting.
Listen, in a video game, I don't. Oh yeah, I don't know how any of that will work.
Me neither. And then again, they've also never been able to make a good Avatar video game, so you would think that would be an open goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things that once you start watching the show, it's like, oh, hello, archetype.
Okay.
So you are this character. Got it. Hello, Tsundere. Hello, protagonist who's, pretty much perfect. Hello, dumb friend of the protagonist who's just there for comedy relief.
This guy.
Which one?
I'm trying to guess. Main character, Tsundere, idiot, sidekick.
Which
Hermione.
One is Tsundere?
This one. The one with the katana. I can make it bigger.
No. She's the what will be called the Genki girl.
Okay.
Have you never heard of Genki girl?
No.
So Genki means like healthy, and it's essentially like it's Yui from K-On!
Okay.
So she's like happy-go-lucky, kind of a dumbass. Let's say kind of like Luffy, but she ain't got nothing on Luffy.
But she's not happy.
Well, she's posing for the picture.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what fooled me. I see this cover and I'm like, well, they look kind of serious.
So this poster is just, it's all false advertising. It's 6 of them. The dumbass isn't smiling. What the hell even is this show? By the way, Gus Becerra says Twisted Metal series is not bad. Gus Becerra thinks that you would like a Harry Potter Twisted Metal fusion. Have you seen Twisted Metal? I have not.
Twisted Metal, isn't that a video game?
They said scene.
Isn't Twisted Metal the game where it's like you're driving and it's like a death race kind of thing?
What? Let me just double check that. You can keep talking about how this show suck.
It's one of those shows that clearly wants to skip a few story beats to get to its interesting part. And it's like, well, okay, we need to skip the part where these characters meet and become friends. So all of a sudden they're just all best friends.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, well, we need to, skip the part where, the protagonist and, the sword chick start falling in love or whatever. And they just straight up, jump past that. So it's one of those things that it's clearly trying to move a little too damn fast to get to where it really wants to go. And it's like, but when we get there, I'm not going to care because I don't care about these people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I gave it the 3-episode rule. There's a lot of anime to watch, so I'm going to have to do a dropsy on this one.
They said it is a video game, and they made a series that's on Peacock. I don't have Peacock, so.
Me neither.
Eh. So, well, so you said any time on that one too. Not planning on watching it. What are you planning on watching now? Thumbs down. There you
There's
go.
a thumbs down.
You got it.
One that I was actually watching.
Oh, it's a live action show. It's not an anime. Anthony Mackie.
Twisted Metal.
That's Falcon.
Show.
Now Captain America. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's on Peacock. I'm not gonna watch it because I don't have Peacock.
All right. Oh, it is an adaptation of the game, though, I think.
So what are you
Got the
planning on
clown.
watching?
There's this spooky anime. It's called Dark Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually all right. I don't really. Okay, here's the thing about horror anime. There's no such thing as scary anime.
Okay.
It's look, you can set the scene as much as you like. Like you can move set the lighting, wait until it's midnight and I don't know, take some hallucinogenics or something. Whatever you do, anime's not going to be scary. Okay, it's just not. At the end of the day, you just see it and it's like it's still just cartoons. It might grip you in a sort of
Chuck Dominguez says
philosophical way or
Anthony
something.
Mackie is Captain African America. Continue.
He's out of line, but he's right.
He might be out of line, but the man is correct. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So that's always been my problem with horror anime, where it's like I like watching it, but I know it's not going to be scary.
It's
Not
not
really.
scary, but it can be disturbing.
It can. Well, and the type of horror that I tend to like, anyways, is not like the boo, spooky. There's a killer out there or something. I like the more psychological shit, the kind that fucks with you.
Dude, like Monster is super disturbing in many ways.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
A lot of the ideas in Monster, it's like shit that stayed with me.
Yeah. So what I'm planning on doing is I want to finish off Monster, right? I want to continue watching One Piece little by little. But I've been seeing so many freaking memes about the girl who forgot her glasses. And that's my rule. If I'm going to watch a show, it's because I saw a meme of it. Because it means that it's at least a little good. At least good enough for somebody to make a meme out of it. And enough people to like it for it to show up in the top of the feed. So it's got to have something. And apparently it's a slice of life. So
I saw the premise and it looked kind of whatever, but
I may give
it
that
is
one a
of
shot.
The more popular ones this season.
Yeah, I may give that one a shot. And there's a. Did you ever finish? Rascal does not dream of Bunny. Does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
I didn't watch the movie. I don't think.
What?
Is that where it ended?
No. Well, there's another movie that's coming out.
Is there?
Let me just check. I have the first movie. Rascal does not dream of the Dreaming Girl, but there's another movie that came out this summer. Does not dream of a sister venturing out. It's got 9.1 on IMDb, so I'm very curious about that. I was wondering.
That was always a fun show.
Yeah. Have you watched the show?
I
Cool.
watched the first season.
All right, so we need to get together, watch the first movie because I have it here, and then go watch the other one because I think it comes out July, August. Let me just double
Is
check.
it in theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We can do one of our patented driving reviews.
In the cars, yeah. Damn it, Knapsack Kid. I'll look it up.
This time we'll review anime from a 7-Eleven.
Okay.
Just the weirdest spots. Why not? You got to do it for the content.
Fair enough. So we're gonna go into a 7-Eleven and just start recording the podcast until
It's
they.
not the weirdest. It's not the weirdest thing someone's recorded at a 7-Eleven. Okay.
Fair enough. Have you seen the video of the dude getting beat up with a stick?
Well,
It just
I'll need
happened.
More,
Yeah. And
I'll need some links here.
finally, I think that I'm going to finally get into The World God Only Knows.
Oh hell yeah! I might rewatch that.
All right, really?
That one's fucking trash. And I say that with the biggest smile on my face.
I know. That's the reason why. So Definitely not this week because I won't have time. But
So,
maybe.
okay. Let me just put a little asterisk or thing on the World God Only Knows. It has 3 seasons, I believe.
Holy shit! Okay, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it then.
Well, I think one of those is like a 12 episode season kind of thing.
Okay.
Like it's not a 25 core each, I don't think.
Mhm.
But so the first 2 seasons are fine to just watch, all the way through. And then there's a time skip in between the second and the third season where
Okay.
they just completely skip a fucking arc. They just completely skip it. And you might think, oh, well, it's irrelevant, probably, right? They straight up introduce characters and stuff that you see in season 3.
Okay.
And you're just supposed to pretend like you already know them.
So.
But you don't know them. That arc was never animated.
So what do you do?
You got to read that part of the manga before you get into season 3.
How do you know when you're done?
Well, I could Google that for you.
Actually, fine. Let me know. Let me know what I need to read. Also, Ollie wants to know what a senpai is. Senpai would be Japanese for upperclassman.
I think that's the literal translation, upperclassman. But it can also be like someone
Above your work.
sort of close to you in age that you sort of look up to.
Or somebody above your work, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Well, that's kind of the idea that
Like your mentor or
the
something.
Older people are meant to help out the younger people, so sort of this give and take, yin and yang shit.
All right. Fair enough.
It's very zen, very zen. I really like it.
Yeah. All right. So we kind of have a plan for what we're going to do. And I need to figure out when the movie's going to be coming out and stuff. And I'm not going to be watching the stupid 7 Blade thing because they lie and it's not 7. Liars.
Well, there might be at some point. I hope.
They lied. Liars.
Wait, I don't actually hope because I don't care because I'm not going to watch it because it's kind of boring.
Yeah. Fair enough. But anyway, we have to stop because I really need to get out of here. But as always, is there anything you want to say?
Well, I don't think so.
All right.
Except thank you, everybody.
Do you want them to add your Instagram or something? Do you know the new one that you started loading pictures to?
Oh, fuck. I should have made like a lower third or something here. Yeah, if you can follow us on me and my cousin, we started making music. We think it's pretty neat. You can follow us at Opus Harmony.
Spell
It's like eHarmony, but you put Opus instead of E.
How do you spell Opus?
Opus.
All right.
Harmony. Well, you can figure that one out.
Yeah. As always, any comments, questions, suggestions, you can find me at SuperDarWorld and at DariusW. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe while we're live, and you get to see me slap Eric, which is always fun. Again, I'm going to try my best so that things are on time and I can do underrated gems tomorrow. If not, well then, sorry. Whoopsie. Anyway.
Real quick. How you doing on Dark Souls?
Fuck you. I hate that game. I haven't had fun for a single minute. Not a
Did
single
you beat Blighttown?
fucking minute. I beat a giant... Well, I'm going to have to stop the song. All right. So, I'm going to have to stop the song. So, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I beat the fire spider lady. And then
Quelaag? Yeah.
And then I kept going down to hell. And I beat a giant flame monster. And then
Ceaseless Discharge, yeah.
And then there was a bunch of minotaurs and I beat them. And then there were like chupacabras and I beat them. And then I found this golden door that I can't open. So I left and I started going to something's fortress. Sen's
Fortress.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I hate that
You are
game.
absolutely in the correct spot.
Okay.
So I'll give you that.
I hate that game. I'm not having any fun. The game runs like fucking garbage. Garbage.
Language, man.
I hate. Oh, I'm sorry. Like fucking trash.
Let me think. Fucking
Trash, okay? I'm not gonna say garbage. I'm gonna say trash. Anyway.
okay.
Because that's better. Okay.
Yeah.
It runs like garbage.
Where are you playing it?
In the Switch, the game that you lent me.
Oh, yeah, that's not the best version.
Because I have a pretty, what do you call these freaking spears? It's like it's imagine like a spear, but it's an axe at the end. Like it's a really long weapon.
Halberd.
So what?
A halberd.
A halberd, yeah. So I have range. For some reason.
You have the Black Knight halberd?
I don't know. I have a halberd. Anyway,
Okay.
the point is, I have enough range, and the mosquitoes, I can't hit them for some reason.
They're awful.
So I need to change to a sword. So now I need to always have, when I was in Blacktown, I always had to have a freaking sword, which I need to change my entire layout so that I could be in the appropriate weight, so that I could have a sword just for the freaking mosquitoes, because for some reason the halberd that should hit him from like 6 feet away isn't working. So that bugs me. Then
I just run past them.
I'm up against the freaking snake people, and they're slow. I'm always behind them. I always get behind them. It never does the stab thing. And for some reason
You must not be moving the thumbstick.
What do you mean? So I need
If
to
you're
let
moving
go of the thumbstick.
You're not. Yeah, you have to let it go completely.
I fucking hate this game. I hate it. I hate it.
Once you know it, it works every time.
But you. Fine, whatever. I'll try that now. I'll try it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just. You know, there's
And you're in
there's a point in the fortress where there's a bunch of rocks falling, right?
Yeah.
Like big boulders. So
Oh, yeah.
you move that thing around so that it opens up hole somewhere else. So I did that. I moved it. It dropped like 4 or 5 in a row, and it killed the guy. So I kept going that way. Then as I was coming back, I hadn't saved or anything. The thing moved, and so one of the balls killed me. So I don't know how it moved, but I hated it.
There's an enemy up there that moved it.
There's an enemy up there that moves it.
Yeah.
That's your explanation.
Well, it's what it is.
Really?
Yeah, there's a guy up there.
There's no guy up there.
Well, there's a lizard guy.
But I kill all of them.
Well, clearly he did not kill all of them.
Ah, damn it. We're being trolled.
We are?
Ollie asked what F mean. I'll let Uncle Eric, I'll let Senpai Eric take that one.
I wouldn't be senpai. I would be
Oni-chan?
probably Eric Oji-san?
Oji-san?
be
Is that
it?
Uncle?
I think that's
I'll let you take
Oji-san?
that one. Oji-san, Eric.
No, I already avoided the thing by saying something irrelevant. So now it's your turn.
Okay.
Go ahead, Oni-san.
All right. It means that you need to go back to school.
You need to say your prayers, take your vitamins,
Yeah.
and whatever else Hulk Hogan said.
Exactly. All right. Anyway, that's it. But yeah, I'm not enjoying it. But I guess I'm progressing. How much do I still have left?
After Sen's Funhouse, you get to that place, and once you beat that place, you are halfway through the game.
Jesus Christ.
I will say the halfway point is the hardest part of the game.
All right.
After that, you're honestly kind of
But
cruising.
is there any reason why I should add the divine thing to one of my weapons?
I think Divine kills skeletons, or no, not skeleton. Yeah, I think it kills skeletons for good. No, I mean they do respawn, but you know how skeletons, you kill them and then they get back up.
I haven't encountered any skeletons.
You haven't seen the graveyard?
No.
Well, you're gonna go to a graveyard at one point. So, but honestly, not really. I don't think. Just, I would usually go with fire or just nothing.
All right. Fire. Gotcha. I'll save it then. As always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Ghostbusters says, "Do as I say, not as I do." Yes. Yes, exactly. Have a good one, everybody. See ya.